Hey coach, it's Rich. What are some exercises I can do before pitching so that while I'm pitching I don't get soreness in my arm? Thank you.
Hey, Rich, great question, man. The number one thing that you got to do to make sure that you don't get the soreness when you're pitching is be prepared to pitch the amount of pitches that you're about to pitch. And that's where I see the biggest fall off for guys where their arm starts to hurt them while they're pitching, is they're not prepared for the amount of pitching they're about to do. So make sure you're prepared. And it doesn't come the day before. Like, it doesn't come the day of pitching. Like, there's no certain exercises you could do right before you pitch to help you with that. It's weeks and months before you get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So preparation is key. Now, let's talk about the day of your pitching. The main thing is that you want to be warmed up, fully warm, sweating, okay? I made a video about the golden rule of pitching, I believe it's called. I'll leave a link here. But basically what it is that you want to be fully warm, fully sweating before you even touch that baseball, okay? So you want to have sweat coming off your body before you grab that baseball to go pitch, okay? And this will make sure that everything's ready to go, you're fully loose, and you're ready to pitch. But again, the main thing to not hurt your arm is to make sure you're prepared, and that happens weeks and months before you actually get to that point, okay? Now let's talk about specifically what are some exercises you can do those weeks and months before to prepare for that. So, because maybe that was your question, maybe I misunderstood you, but it sounded like you wanted to know right before the day of. But weeks and months before, some great exercises that you could do to make sure your arm doesn't hurt is legs. Legs are so important because that's where a lot of your energy and your force comes from. And if you have good, big, strong legs, you're going to be able to create a lot of energy. And then in return, you're creating a lot of energy from the ground, and you don't have to create a lot of energy with your arm. You're going to save a lot of stress on your arm if you can use a lot more of your body, a lot more of your legs. So some exercises: squats, deadlifts, lunges, even if you're not in the gym right now, I don't know how old you are, but some body weight lunges, plyometrics, jumps, skaters, sprints. All these things are great for the legs and producing strength and explosiveness out of your legs, and that's what you need as a pitcher if you want to keep your arm free from injury, as well as not hurting, and just be a better pitcher, just be a stronger, faster, more explosive athlete. That's what you need. Some other exercises are going to be like hip and core exercises. You can do the hip series. I made a video about how to train your hips like an MLB player. I'll leave a link right here where you can go watch that video if you're interested. And that's one quick way to train your hips. You can do some core exercises, some abs and stuff. I also made a video about that, so if you're interested, I'll leave that link up here to watch. So there's a bunch of different ab exercises. I'm just thinking about it from the ground up. That's where you create your energy, and then you want to transfer that energy up through your kinetic chain. So we talked about the legs, some exercises you could do for your legs. Then we got into the hips, into the core. Now let's talk about some exercises that you could do for your arms. You could do bands. You could do light dumbbell series. I've also got videos on these too, okay? So check some of those out. Write them down. Come up with a plan. Again, it's about having a plan and being prepared. So now you know that you have to be prepared coming up to your pitching season. So now plan out weeks and months before what you're going to do to be ready for when you get to this day that you're on the pitching mound. If that makes sense, give me the thumbs up, guys. If you're trying to be a better pitcher, if that's what you're here doing, learning, trying to be a better pitcher, click this logo here and then hit subscribe if you haven't done so already, because this is the channel that's going to help you do that. So if that's your goal, make sure you do that. Then go watch this video or some of the other videos we talked about. Leave me a comment below too, and let's talk down there if you got any questions. Thanks, guys.